I have to be at least 16, and I am 16. So, screw you, dog. I just want to meet my audience and get to know them better. Like, y'all actually suck. I swear, dude. Like, you gonna let me chat with my chat? Is YouTube being sucky again? I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that the chat's not working. You can go ahead and take a wild guess. This is really weird. I hate YouTube. I am 16. I don't know why it's being a bitch. Yeah, YouTube can call you a bitch. I'll just think of some random questions that I think I would get asked. I am 16 years old. If you haven't heard me say that 400 times already. I'm 16. I got my driver's license in February. I have 2 horses. Currently, whoa, hello. Yep, it's saying it again. YouTube. Okay, this is fine. My favorite truck brand is either Dodge or Ford. Damn, it is windy outside. Shit. Anyways, yeah, I'm 16 years old. 2 horses, 1 cow, about 16 chickens, 2 dogs, a cat. What else would y'all ask me? Favorite truck is either Dodge or Fords. I have played 3 sports in my life professionally. I played soccer and if the chat was on, I can't remember if it was 7 or 8 years that I played soccer, but I played soccer for a while, and then in middle school, I played football, and then that carried on to now my sophomore year when I played football. Sadly, we didn't make the playoffs. Even though we went 7-3, we had a great offense. Our defense was meh. It was good, but I think it didn't meet our coach's expectations for what they wanted our defense to be. We still finished with great stats, this, that, and the other thing. And I do track in the postseason and the off season to get faster for football. So those are the 3 sports that I play. I do not do rodeo. I thought of doing rodeo a while ago, but my brain just went, nah, because when I was considering doing rodeo, actually, let me look y'all in the eyes. while I was considering doing rodeo, that's when we got the calf. And my dad was like, actually, you've got football going on. Now you got another calf to take care of. What is my hair doing? Oh, well. You got football going on. You got the calf. I don't think it would be wise for you to throw on another thing on top of school and sports and this, that, and the other thing. So that's why I didn't do rodeo, because I was doing this. I was doing football. I was doing school, obviously. And then we got the calf, and I obviously ride my horses daily. Actually, that should be one of the streams I'll take y'all on a ride on one of my horses. But then, oh, YouTube won't let me do that because I'm riding around my neighborhood. Like, bitch ass fuck. Anyways, what other questions would there be? Holy shit. What other questions would there be? I am in a family of 5. I have 2 younger sisters, and then my mom and my dad. So yeah, probably my most asked question is, am I single? And that is yes, I am single. I am not currently in a relationship with anybody. So yeah, but one of my questions that I didn't actually build off of in the Q&A video was, what's my type, what's my, like, dating rules? They said rules and guidelines. I don't really know. I mean, rules would just be like, don't touch them inappropriately. Like, that should be a given. Like, that's not okay. Probably wait a while until you do that, if you know what I mean. If you know, you know. Frick, YouTube, y'all screwed me over. Oh, my type. I could kind of relate to Kid G on this, where he says, in his Ricky Bobby white trash freestyle, I think is what he called it, where he says, I'm addicted to blondes and dollar signs. Oh, hello. That is a big old wasp. Yeah, that's also my greatest fear, is wasps and hornets and yellow jackets. I'm not afraid of bees. I can do bees. But, like, wasps, yellow jackets, hornets, I can't. I can't do it. Yeah, I'm chill with snakes, spiders. I'd rather be stuck in a room full of those than a room full of wasps and hornets and bees and whatnot. I said bees. I'm not afraid of bees. I'm afraid of hornets, yellow jackets, and whatever the fuck. I don't really know what my type is. I don't really know. I mean, as long as you're loving, respectful, okay with the dumb shit that I do, like the dumb decisions that I make. Yeah, if you're okay with that, if you're loving, if you're kind, I'm chill. That's the only thing I really care about, is if you're kind to me. If you're nice to me, just like the video I posted yesterday, All My Exes, by Chase and, oh crap, what's her face? Is it Lauren? I think it might be. I don't remember. I know that her last name starts with an A though. But All My Exes, I have been the one who's been dumped. I have not broken up with anybody. I have been dumped. Let me tell you, it's not fun. It's really not fun. It sucks AIDS. But yeah, I've been single so far my entire sophomore year. But I don't really know if I'm looking for a special someone or not. Because, like, my buddy just got a girl's number, and I'm don't get me wrong, I'm super happy for him, but at the same time, I'm also like, we can go on a 2-man. Like, but it's alright. I like watching my friends be happy. I'm glad they're happy. They're living life to the fullest. Man, YouTube, y'all really did screw me over. What other questions would you ask me? Favorite country song? Country song has either got to be Love You Again by Chase Matthew, Moonlight by Chase Matthew, Love You Again by Chase Matthew. Did I say that already? I think I did. Love You Again by Chase Matthew. But yeah. That's the dealio. I really don't know what to do now that YouTube, like... Fucking YouTube. Y'all suck. If you can't tell, it's windy out. Because I live on the plains of Colorado. Yeah, I don't know what to do now. I do hunt. I fish. I love fishing. I just wish I had a lake nearby, or a lake on my property. That'd be super nice. I do fly fishing. Man, I don't know what to do. My opinion on squatted trucks, I hate squatted trucks. I think they're the most useless piece of crap that's ever been invented by a human being. I'd actually love to, in the future, buy a squatted truck and then pull a whistling diesel and destroy it. I think that would be super fun. Because, I mean, clearly nobody likes a squatted truck. I made that post and everybody was like, oh yeah, I fucking hate squatted trucks. So, yeah. Update. I'm trying to get through everybody's songs as quickly as possible. It's just kind of hard when you're one guy and you have 170 something song requests. But I'm getting there. We'll get there slowly but surely. Yeah. YouTube, you suck. Oh, that's a good question. What's my worst injury been? I have not been severely injured before, like go to the hospital injury. I did something to my right shoulder. I know that. I've sprained my left wrist about 4 or 5 times. And actually, fun fact, the first time I sprained my wrist, I put like a little brace around it, thinking it would heal faster if I did that. That was not the case, because then the second time I sprained my wrist, I left it out the little thing and just let my wrist move, and it healed within like 3 days instead of the 3 weeks it took with the little brace on. But questions. My favorite football team, and y'all can clown on me, because we're doing good right now, and you can't deny that. It's the Green Bay Packers. I love the Packers. I've been born and raised a Packers fan, seeing as I was born in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Born in Green Bay, lived in Green Bay for about 2 years, moved to Colorado in like the mountain area. We lived in the small mountain town called Lake City, Colorado. But I lived in Lake City for a while. Then we moved to Montana. And after Montana, we moved back to Lake City. Then after Lake City, we moved to the Springs. Then after the Springs, we moved out northeast. We moved out east. Still in Colorado, but out east. Trying to think of more country kid skits to do. Y'all really like those. Trying to think of more and make it so that I don't look like an Ian Schroeder copy. Even though I will use some of his audios in the future, because his old videos were some of my favorite videos. Favorite YouTuber? That's a good question. Someone who I aspire to be one day. Well, obviously, I mentioned Whistling Diesel. I mentioned Ian. I didn't mention these guys, but I liked Unspeakable's old videos. AJ Green at Wee Wee. I need to get me some of your gloves for when I go back to being a receiver this year or next year. 2026. Gross. It's 2026. It's almost 6 years since we had a pandemic. That's disgusting. Jeez. Growing up fast, man. Growing up fast. What positions do I play in football? Quarterback, receiver, corner, safety. I've kind of been all over the field. In middle school, believe it or not, I played defensive end and tight end because my middle school coach was a dick and wouldn't let me choose where I got to be on the field when I wanted to be on the field. But then in high school, freshman year, I was really small. In fact, I'm still small, but I'm a lot bigger muscle-wise than I was last year. I was only 100 pounds last year, and now I'm 135, 137, somewhere in there. I'm a receiver. I was a corner in freshman year. And then they moved me around from safety to corner because we had a bunch of our safeties get injured on our C team. So I moved around and played safety and then bounced back down to corner. I didn't play any receiver freshman year. And I really want to be a receiver. So actually, that's a story coming up. Sophomore year, during our summer football camps and our 7-on-7, I guess you could call them tournaments. We're just going up against other high schools in the area. In our 7-on-7s, I had 1 pick, 1 interception, I did really good at wide receiver. And then right before tackle season started, my dad and my mom told me, hey, you got a good arm, you got a good mind, you should try quarterback. And I was really reluctant to do it, but I did it anyways. Because I was almost guaranteed a starting spot on varsity if I would have just stayed a wide receiver. But I had a good run at backup quarterback. I was kind of like a Ben Kurt, if you know who he is. I'd argue one of the greatest backup quarterbacks ever. But our starting JV quarterback would average 4 to 5 fumbles a game. I would average anywhere between 0 to 1, maybe. Interceptions, that was different because he's got a bigger arm than I do. And also, this was my first year playing quarterback. I had a lot of really good runs. I had a lot of really good pitches to my slots. And actually, one of my slot receivers, shout out Landon. I won't say your last name because I respect you. But anytime me and Landon were on the field at the same time and I'd get under center, snap the ball, and give it to him, he'd go for a tutty. But then again, he's just a special dude. Like, you put the ball in his hands, it's almost a guarantee he's going to go score. I really think that he played actually a lot of varsity this year. More at safety than he did at slot, but when me and him were on the same field, when me and him were on at the same time, we would just work wonders. Our JV doesn't get that many games because we're too good. I'm gonna eat those words. We finished, I think, 4-2, either 4-2 or 5-2, because we don't get as many games as the varsity. Our C team finished 5-3, so good for them. But yeah, junior year, I'm planning on being, well, actually, I asked my coaches already, and they've given me a kind of an indirect yes, or like a reluctant yes, but I asked my coaches if I could just be like an offensive dude, and they said, you know what? You want to be a receiver and a quarterback? We can make that happen. So this entire offseason so far, I've been working on my route running. I've been working on my speed, track, coming for you. I've been working on my accuracy, my throws, my arm strength, we run a lot of triple option, so I've been working on my reads, this, that, and the other thing. I've been getting private meetings with my coaches, and this, that, and the other thing. I've been getting private training lessons with some of them. I've been working out since before freshman year, but I've been working out, lifting heavy weights. I've been doing literally everything I can. I've been watching film. I've been going to first down training, Coach Grant. I've been working with him. Well, not with him, but I've been watching his videos and like using those techniques and whatnot to get better at what I do as a player. Working on keeping my mouth shut, despite the fact I'm talking to y'all right now. Wow, I've been yapping for 25 minutes. Sheesh. But yeah, I've been working really hard. Obviously, YouTube has kind of spiraled. I'm trying to stay on track with that while also training and school and this, that, and the other thing. The week of Christmas and New Year's, I will not be posting. If I post at all, y'all are lucky. I'll get like a little bonus video for the Christmas holiday season. But yeah, I'm also working an actual job. I'm trying to save up for my first truck. Hopefully it's a Dodge. I really like the second gens, the 2500s. I want one of those, or a 250, or it'll have to be from like Marketplace or whatnot. But yeah, it's one of those. One of those things, man. I saw this comment on the Q&A video that I did, and it was, what do you recommend for young YouTubers trying to like grow his channel and whatnot? I wouldn't ask me, because I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just picking a comment and doing what it says. But I mean, his videos are based off of, like baseball and training to be a baseball player. I think he's in middle school, which he's already lifting weights. So good for you. You're already a step ahead of me. But I would go to someone like Nathan, Unspeakable, or like Mr. Beast, or guys like that, and ask them. And again, I'm not getting paid for this, but Nathan actually has his own channel set aside from, the Unspeakable monarchy that he's built. And he's giving out free tips to young YouTubers. He's got this whole like website on how to be a better YouTuber, and this, that, and the other thing, like how to make your videos better, how to get more views, how to get more likes, how to get like more engagement, this, that, and the other thing. And I've kind of been following what he's been doing, and then other times I've kind of just been doing my own thing. But eventually, when I get enough money, I want to start breaking shit, shooting shit, like. But then again, I gotta work shit out with YouTube and like, which also, gang, I'm 16. Y'all have my birthday in y'all's system. It's hard. It's hard, guys. It's not for everyone. Favorite college football team? That's another question I just thought of. I don't really have a favorite college football team as much as I do favorite college players. I'm one of those guys that's like a players kind of guy. I like Ryan Williams. I like, what's his name? Jeremiah Smith. The Jeremiah from Notre Dame, the Notre Dame running back. I love that kid. Absolute dog, absolute beast. Yeah, I'm more of a players guy than I am a team guy. And actually, another question that could go with that is favorite NFL players. Shedeur Sanders. I think he could be the Browns franchise QB if dipshit head coach dipshit would do a better job at coaching. I truly think Shedeur Sanders could be a franchise QB. Because, I mean, no one has the same stats that he does in his first, I think it was 5 games. It's over 700 yards, like 3+ rushing touchdowns, multiple passing touchdowns, like this, that, and the other thing, and only like, I don't remember how many interceptions he had in his first 5 games, but I think it was only like 3. So the kid, obviously he's a rookie. Obviously he's better than Dylan Gabriel. Obviously he's better than Grandpa Joe. If you don't know who Grandpa Joe is, that's my nickname for Joe Flacco. He's clearly the best quarterback in that locker room. And y'all can agree with me, y'all can disagree with me. I don't care. Your opinion is your opinion, and I'm just sharing mine for free. But yeah, I like Shedeur Sanders. I think Matthew Golden is a solid number 2 receiver. I like Jordan Love. I love Xavier McKinney. I love Jaden Reed. I love Tucker Kraft. I love Christian McCaffrey. I love all the big guys up front protecting the QB. I love those guys. Those guys don't get recognized enough. But yeah, I mean, those are all the questions I can think of. So I might end it. YouTube's kind of being a dick towards me, so unless I can think of another couple questions here in a second. I already did what's my favorite color. Yeah, I can't think of any more questions, so I'm gonna end it here. Sorry the chat didn't work. Sorry YouTube's not agreeing with me today. But score predictions for Packers Broncos. I don't know. It's gonna be a crazy game. Packers obviously coming in here hot after a victory against the Bears, who were top the NFC North for a while. Now second in the NFC. The Green Bay Packers have to come here to Denver and beat the Broncos, which have won 10 of their last games, which is incredibly impressive. But then there's the argument of also the Broncos have beat easy teams like the Raiders and the Eagles, who aren't doing so hot. They have, despite them having a winning record, they are pretty close to having a losing record. They beat the Chiefs, who have a losing record. Like, they beat teams that were good last year. They beat teams that are not good this year. You know what I mean? So, and they barely beat the Washington Commanders, who had a backup quarterback in. Like, what? So, I don't know. It's going to be an upset either way. It could go either way. I truly think it's going to go to overtime. It's going to be a low-scoring game. So I would have to say my final score prediction for the Broncos-Green Bay Packers Sunday matchup in Mile High Stadium would have to be 21-17 Packers. I'm going to have to go with the Packers. But the other part of me says 24-21 Broncos. So, I don't know. We'll see. Can y'all please, I'm going to ask, because, I mean, I've only gotten like 4 of these, but at the same time, how the hell did y'all find my personal, hold up. If you found it, please stop texting my personal email, because I will not respond. And if I did, you're lucky. I will not respond if you email my personal email. I will block your email, and I will delete the conversation. Because at this point, you can't trust nobody. But yeah, favorite type of gloves. I have used 4 different brands of gloves. Yeah, 4 different brands of gloves. I've used Cutters, Under Armour, Nike, and Siberion. If you know what Siberion is, I love you, because I actually really like those gloves. Grip doesn't last forever on them. If you buy the wrong size, the little stitch between this part of your thumb and this part of your thumb down here is going to rip. But if you buy the right size, good ventilation, good grip, don't normally last a full season. I've gone through 3 pairs at this point. But I would say my favorite pair of gloves that I have worn out of the brands I have used has got to be the Nike Vapor gloves. It's really good grip, good ventilation. The one thing is that in cold weather, even if you do put on doctor's gloves underneath or like surgical gloves on underneath, those still don't keep your hands warm, even if you have a hand warmer. So that, I would say, is the one and only flaw. But other than that, yeah, I'd still have to go with the Nike Vapor. I love Nike Vapor. My favorite type of cleats, that's another good one. My favorite type of cleats have got to be the Addy Zero Adidas cleats that I have right now. I love these. They're good. They're spacious. They have good ventilation. They're really good when it comes to making quick cuts, and they're really nice. I like them. Bought them on Amazon for like 120 something bucks. It was worth it. But football is definitely an expensive sport because we need to keep you safe. And everybody's like, oh, rugby players could definitely play football. No, they couldn't. They would die within the first snap. And let me tell you why. Because this is actually a huge argument right now. And I have watched multiple videos on this myself. The reason rugby players would not be able to play in the sport of tackle football is because they know how to tackle properly where they won't severely injure someone. If they were to get hit sticked by a linebacker or DB coming downhill at them and just laying out for the tackle, they would not survive. Their bodies are not built for that kind of physicality. Obviously, rugby players tackle, bare. Like, no pads, no nothing. NFL players tackle with pads on. So they're more like, oh, I can hit this guy as hard as I want, and he still won't die. So that's when hits like Ray Lewis, or that's when guys like Ray Lewis would just fly in and deck somebody. Or like the Texan safety against Rashid Rice, where he just came downfield and just laid his shoulder into him. Like, rugby players would not be able to survive with the physicality that NFL players play with. Now, physicality in the NFL started going like this for a while in like the 1900s. And then it capped off when Ray Lewis retired, and now it's just kind of started going downhill. And obviously, every now and then you'll have a hit stick like the Texan safety against Rashid Rice. Like, every now and then you'll have a big hit like that. That voice crack was wild. Every now and then you'll have a big hit like that. But never have we had hits like that every single game since the big guys left. Like, big guys that our dads grew up watching and our grandfathers grew up watching. Like, I miss those guys. Bring back guys with that kind of mentality. Another voice crack. Goddamn. But, and obviously, keep your brothers safe. They chose to play this sport. They should be okay with getting hit and this, that, and the other thing. But also, keep your brothers safe. Keep your brothers safe. Because if you don't keep them safe, you will not be safe. Let me tell you that right now. So that's probably going to have to do it for today's live. Because I can think of no other questions. This is probably the shortest one of the shortest lives in YouTube history. But, yeah, I can think of no more questions. YouTube, you screwed me over without giving me the opportunity to have a chat. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to end it here. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next music, like, the next lip sync video. And or, what the fuck is my finger doing? Or in just the next video in general. So I will see you guys and gals in the next one.